Okay, here is one of the problems from our notes. This is number 5, and what we want to do is we want to graph this quadratic here, and this quadratic is in standard form. And I know that because it's following the y equals ax squared plus bx plus c format. So first let's identify our a, our b, our c. A is -4, b is 16, and c is -19. To graph this thing, really all boils down to two parts. My first part is going to be finding the vertex. And once I found the vertex, all I need to do is create a table and graph. That's what it really all boils down to. So let's begin by finding our vertex. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to use our formula for the x-coordinate of the vertex, -b over 2a. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this b value and I'm going to stick it in parentheses. And I want to be careful to keep that negative in the mix. I'm going to divide that by 2 times my a value, also in parentheses. And if I could do a little bit of quick arithmetic here, this is a -16 divided by -8, which will give me a +2. So what I know so far is that the x-coordinate of my vertex will be somewhere along this line. What I also know is that this dotted line that I just drew must be my axis of symmetry. It's going to go through the vertex. So what I know so far is I could even begin a table if I wanted of x and y values. And I know that let's try that line again. That's better. I know that 2 is going to be in the center of my x values for my table. So let's figure out where the y coordinate is when x is equal to 2. So I'm going to plug in 2 for x, y equals -4 times 2 squared plus 16x, oops, not 16x, plus 16 times 2 minus 19. Now what I have to be careful of here is following PEMDAS. I think the biggest mistake is some people want to multiply this -4 times 2, but I have to always perform my exponents first. So that's what I'm going to do as I'm evaluating this thing. You can type this in your calculator one step and have it all crunch those numbers for you, but for good practice, let's go through all of these steps here. When I square 4, I get, or rather when I square 2, I get 4, and I can multiply these two together right now, that's fine, and subtract here. So this is going to give me a -16 plus 32 minus 19. And let's see, so this is going to give me -16 and 32 will give me a 16. 16 minus 19 is going to give me a -3. So what I know then this is my y value of the vertex, and I can plug that into my table. I can plot this thing. That's 2, -1, 2, 3. And looks like, let's go red. Looks like I know or rather 1 coordinate of my vertex. So from here, I need to create the table. I found the vertex. I need to create the table and the graph. So to do that, I want to find, just like before, 2 values to the left of my vertex and 2 values to the right of my vertex. And all I'm going to do here is I'm going to plug in these x values and evaluate. Let's see. I will do this. I'll do this below. I'm going to scroll down a little bit. So I've got some more room. And let's see. Y is going to equal -4. And let's start with 0. 0 squared plus 16 times 0 minus 19. 0 is nice because all of these go away. 0 squared times anything goes away. This goes away. And what I'm left with is -19. So when x is 0, y is going to equal, oop, that's too far. Come on back. What's happening? Okay. Okay, well, okay, here we go. Starting to get dizzy. I can plug in 19 for my y coordinate. And what I also know is that, remember, this reflects. So I really found 2 y values. I found this y value and I found this y value. So these are both -19. And let's see, let's do number x is 1 next. We'll try and scroll down without messing everything up. We'll do y equals negative 4 times 1 squared plus 16 times 1 minus 19. I've got y equals negative 4 times 1. I'm just going to leave that as negative 4. And then plus 16 and minus 19. So let's see, y is going to equal, this will give me a 12, and a 12 minus 19, that's going to be negative 7. So negative 7, I just found another 2 set of y values, and now I'm ready to plot. I'm not going to fit these negative 19s. That's okay. Let's fit whatever we can. So I've got 1, negative 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I've got 3, negative 7. And let's sketch this smooth curve here. And it's going to look something like this. And just as we predicted, the axis of symmetry goes right through that vertex. I could talk about the domain. I could talk about the range. The range here would be y is less than or equal to negative 3, since everything below. And there you go, graphing in standard form.